Natural approaches to managing high blood pressure. 6 months ago, my doctor looked at my blood pressure reading and said 4 words that changed everything. We need to talk. My numbers had climbed to 150/95, putting me squarely in the hypertension category. Instead of immediately prescribing medication, she gave me 3 months to try lifestyle modifications first. What happened next surprised both of us, and I want to share exactly what worked. Let me be clear from the start about what's realistic and what's not. High blood pressure rarely develops overnight, and it doesn't disappear instantly through any single intervention. The American Heart Association emphasizes that sustainable blood pressure management requires consistent lifestyle changes over time, not quick fixes. However, certain approaches can begin showing measurable improvements within days to weeks when implemented properly and consistently. Here's what the research actually shows about natural blood pressure management. The DASH diet, developed specifically for hypertension, can reduce systolic blood pressure by 8 to 14 points within 2 weeks, according to studies published in the New England Journal of Medicine. This eating pattern emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy while limiting sodium, saturated fats, and added sugars. The key lies in the combination of nutrients working together, not any single superfood. During my own journey, I started by adding 1 extra serving of vegetables to each meal. This simple change helped crowd out higher sodium processed foods naturally without feeling restrictive or overwhelming. Sodium reduction creates some of the most immediate and noticeable improvements in blood pressure readings. The average American consumes about 3,400 milligrams of sodium daily, while the American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams, with an ideal limit of 1,500 milligrams for most adults. Reducing sodium intake by just 1,000 milligrams daily can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 points within weeks. The challenge lies in identifying hidden sodium sources like restaurant meals, processed foods, and condiments. I learned to read nutrition labels carefully and discovered that 70% of our sodium intake comes from packaged and restaurant foods, not the salt shaker on our table. Regular physical activity provides both immediate and long-term blood pressure benefits that many people underestimate. Moderate aerobic exercise for just 30 minutes can temporarily lower blood pressure by 5 to 7 points for up to 22 hours afterward. This effect, called post-exercise hypotension, occurs even with activities as simple as brisk walking. The National Institutes of Health recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity exercise weekly for optimal cardiovascular benefits. This breaks down to just over 20 minutes daily, which felt much more manageable than I initially expected. I started with 10-minute walks after meals and gradually increased duration and intensity as my fitness improved. Consistency mattered more than intensity, especially in the beginning. Stress management techniques can produce surprisingly rapid improvements in blood pressure control. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which directly contribute to hypertension through multiple pathways, including increased heart rate, blood vessel constriction, and sodium retention. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even regular reading can activate the parasympathetic nervous system and promote relaxation responses that counteract stress-induced blood pressure spikes. Just 10 minutes of daily meditation or deep breathing practice can reduce blood pressure by 2 to 5 points within weeks, according to research from the American Journal of Hypertension. Potassium intake often gets overlooked, but plays a crucial role in blood pressure regulation by counteracting sodium's effects. The recommended daily potassium intake is 3,500 to 4,700 milligrams, but most adults consume less than half this amount. Potassium helps relax blood vessel walls and assists kidneys in eliminating excess sodium. Foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and white beans provide excellent potassium sources. Adding these to my daily routine helped balance the sodium-potassium ratio more effectively. Magnesium deficiency affects approximately 50% of American adults and directly impacts blood pressure regulation. This mineral helps blood vessels relax and supports proper calcium balance in smooth muscle cells. Magnesium supplementation can reduce blood pressure by 3 to 4 points when deficiency exists. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains provide natural magnesium sources. I incorporated almonds as snacks and added spinach to smoothies for easy daily intake increases. Adequate sleep quality significantly impacts blood pressure regulation through multiple hormonal and physiological pathways.